Hi everybody, welcome back. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I've done a video. And mostly that's because I have finally transitioned to my new nighttime shift, and I have been trying to get used to those hours. Still working a compressed work week, so I kind of lose 2 days trying to transition from day shift, daytime hours to nighttime hours, and then try to transition back after my week is over from nighttime hours to daytime hours. And those two transition days are a little weird, to say the least. But anyway, I have a couple of things I'm going to show you. I did get some painting done over the last 2 weeks, I guess, or whatever it's been. So I'm going to show you that. But I also want to show you a new product that I found. And this is from Nimix, or Nimix. They're in Spain, and they make essentially Photo-etch, which you can put onto flags, medieval heraldry, signs. I mean, they have a bunch of different templates like this that you can purchase. So I purchased them because of the Pegasus models night that I'm doing, because I'm kind of horrible at freehand. I was going to attempt to use the Photo-etch for the knight's shield. But I decided to go with the decals instead, because once I purchased this stuff, it took a long time for it to show up, and mostly because of the coronavirus and how it's really affecting the Spanish postal service at the moment. Because just to give you an idea, I ordered this in April. This showed up 2 weeks ago. So just to give you an idea, and it actually was mailed. I had the gentleman, Ricardo, emailed me the tracking number on the day that he dropped it off at their post office. So it bounced around Spain for a while before it got to me. Anyway, so what I wanted to show you, so here's a couple others. There are just some beautiful, beautiful designs. So if you're going to do flags, you can do this. And what I'm actually going to do a little tutorial, I guess, or demonstration, I guess, or whatever. I'm going to take some of these out, and I'm actually going to make a 28mm flag using some of these, so you can see how it's done. And you can use this just as a template, so you can take your fabric or your paper, whatever it is, you can cut out one of these things, put it down with a little bit of white glue to hold it in place, paint over it, pull this off, and then that image is there, right? So just like a template. Or you can actually use it as Photo-etch, and because it's fairly thin, you can actually mold this to any sort of shape. So if you're going to put it on clothing or something like that, or on a flag, you can actually bend this the way you want it to. So this stuff is really cool. If you can see this, this is a peacock. Little ram's head, towers, things like that. I'll show you what one of these things looks like outside of the plastic here. And they have other stuff. I just ordered stuff that I thought I would need or use. So there's crescents and crosses and lions and tigers and oh my, stars, horns, everything. So you fleur-de-lis, so you could really make up lots of different combinations of things using these templates, right? Whether you actually physically glue them on to something and then paint them whatever color you want, or by using them as, you know, just as a template, simply just tacking them down and painting over them. So there's that. There's that one. I'll push that off the side. And these are just kind of like different shapes, circles, waves, bells, you know, squares, stuff like that. And there's this one, the Maltese cross, different crosses, different types of things. This kind of looks like the Blue Max cross. There's that. And then there's also this one too. And these are just the ones that I picked up. And to be honest with you, they're relatively inexpensive, you know, per sheet. Obviously, the only, not really complaint, the only annoying thing was just how long it took to get here. And that's mostly because of, you know, the virus and all that kind of fun stuff just wreaking havoc on the Spanish mail system. But anyway, so there's that. I just thought you guys would enjoy that. And I will put a link to their website and stuff down in the description below. Now, for painting, so you remember I got some of those Great War, World War I Germans, the early war. So I painted some of those up. And I'm going to be using these for Blood and Valor. And I've gone with the idea that I'm going to, instead of doing what the rule book essentially states, I'm going to use an actual German infantry company, their actual numbers instead of whatever the book suggests. So a squad will be 9 men, 8 rifle squads would equal a platoon. Okay, and then 3 platoons is a company. So depending on how many I decide to actually paint, I will go from there. I think these turned out pretty well. And if I do have a particular favorite period for the First World War, it's the beginning 2 years, 1914, 1915. Although I do like the battles between Austro-Hungary and Russia. I also like the Italians versus Austria. And the Turks also versus Russia. Those are kind of my things that I tend to gravitate towards for the First World War. Some more stuff up here. Oh, and I will say that I actually painted these in a 12-hour period. So last Saturday? Well, yeah, last Saturday was my transition day from days to nights. So I ended up taking like a short nap on Saturday afternoon, and then I painted from the time that I got up from that nap at like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon until 7 a.m. Sunday morning, so that I could go to sleep during the day on Sunday and then go to work. So I actually finished these in, you know, what, 10, 12 hours, whatever it was. So there you go. So just a real quick video just to show these off. I hope everybody is doing well. I'll show you the last stand here before I keep knocking stuff over on my desk. This is the last pair. So essentially, 9 of these guys will end up being a squad, along with you know, a lieutenant, which will end up being one of those and this guy will probably end up being the company commander once I finally get to that point. One of these other guys will end up being the platoon commander or whatever. I did attempt to try to freehand paint the regiment number on the helmet, and it looked like crap, so I painted over it. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's staying safe in these bizarre times we're living in at the moment. I do want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed recently. I appreciate that. I hope you like the content that you see here and going forward. Please like, comment, share the video, and I do like to talk to everybody. So, without further ado, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in another week or so. Bye.